Hello, Johnny. This is Alyssa with Patriot Marketing. I had reached out to you earlier today and gotten a hold of you, and I promised this free custom video. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just really wanted to provide some value to you and give you some tips and tricks on how to really just maximize the amount of business and traffic you'd be getting online. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I wanted to point out a couple of things I liked about your website. There's this click to call button right here, your email, where you're located. Those all they help you get in touch with your clients sooner and potential clients sooner. And also, with that said, when people click on that click to call button and they're already taking time out of their day to call you, they're more likely to convert over as a client. So that's something great to have on your website. Something that I did notice, well, first of all, actually, one more thing that I would like to point out is that we have these pictures that show some of the work that you do. It's really great to have on there and show potential clients what they could be looking at in their very own home or in their own business. With that said, though, there's not a whole lot of content on here. And content is anything that I can highlight, whether it be text or images. In this case, I'd be talking about the text. You have a lot of great images on here. And that way you can rank for a lot of different keywords. For example, concrete polishing Los Angeles has a high search volume of 150 with a low competition number of 4. You want to rank for all of these service keywords, and because you don't have much content and you don't have all of these keywords, so when people search for these keywords, you don't come up under their search and they aren't able to find you. And it's really important to put yourself in a position to be found. The total search volume per month for your field of work and area that you're in is 1.4 thousand. So that's a lot of volume to be had that you're not getting because you don't have these keywords. And the way you would put yourself in a position to be found would be to have a website with a lot of content and keywords you want to need to be found for. So I would even go as far as saving these images as keywords and then re-uploading them to your website, because then that image now counts as a keyword or counts as content towards your website. It's a really easy, sneaky way to put a keyword into your website without actually putting it into your text. And the reason why it's so crucial for a website to have a lot of content and keywords is because when Google crawls your website, they not only see that you have that content, but that keyword verbatim within it. And it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently because Google believes that the more content that you have on your website, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field. And at the end of the day, their whole goal is that whoever's searching on their platform finds what they're looking for. So if we have somebody looking for concrete contractors, Los Angeles, California, they're going to rank people who they deem to be more of an expert in that field, also known as has more content on their website, higher than the ones that don't have as much content on their website, even if the ones with not as much content is more experienced or they do better work than the ones with more content on their website. It's unfortunate, but that is how Google works, unfortunately. And so, long story short, the more content you have on your website, the more likely you are to be found, because Google wants the people searching on their platform to find the information they need quickly and efficiently. And so that would be my first tip for you, is adding a lot more content and keywords. My second tip for you would be to build upon this Google business profile. It would be really maximizing the amount of traffic and business you'd be getting from that. And what I mean by that is when people search for any given keyword, there's a lot of ways in which they can convert over as a client. So I'm going to go over to this tab right here just because it has something on there that the other one doesn't, and I want you to know what it looks like. Not your field of work at all, but again, I want you to see what these look like. So you have the local ads at the very top. They capture the people who click on the very first thing that they see. Also, it is Google guaranteed up to a certain dollar amount, so if something happens or goes wrong, the people using the local ads trust that Google will make it right monetarily. Also, as you can see, when I hover my mouse over here, you have the company's phone number drop down. And as I was talking about with the click to call, when someone's clicking on that and already taking time out of their day to call you, they are more likely to convert over as a client. So these have a high conversion rate because of that. Just under those, which is not displaying right now for some reason, are the Google ads themselves, which don't have as high of a conversion rate, but because of their position being under the local ads, they put you in a place to where you're seen by a lot of different people, and they're also a lot cheaper than the local ads. I'm going to go back over here because everything else I'm going to cover Google-wise is contained here. So you have the Google Map Pack here that is underneath the Google ads. The people who search this way, they want to see a company that is local and in the area. The people listed in the Google Map Pack can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So if we're looking at a keyword with a search volume of say 600 per month, you are looking at 240 going straight to your competitors here, and it's just gobbled up by the Google Map Pack. It's almost guaranteed to them that they're going to get that traffic. The rest of the 60% though actually filters out throughout this page, and that's where ranking organically comes in. The concept for that is pretty simple. The higher you're ranking in Google, the more traffic you're going to pull to your website. And so, the people up here are doing way better than the ones down here, and people rarely go to that second page of Google. So it's important to note that you're ranking high enough in order to actually be seen on that first page to get that traffic to your website. And that actually is where my third and final tip comes in. In order to rank organically and be on the number one page on Google, you want to build the strength of your website, and I have you plugged in to this tool called Ahrefs that shows me where you're at in your online presence. So in order to build that strength on the website, you would need to add backlinks and referring domains. Backlinks are not, unfortunately, they are unfortunately not all created equal. You have good quality backlinks and poor quality ones. If we go to the next page, you can probably see some poorer quality ones. But yeah, you have a 0 right here. This isn't doing anything for you. I would actually get rid of this one and replace it with a higher quality backlink. I have this listed from highest quality backlink to lowest quality backlink. You could actually get a higher quality than 14. I've seen them in the 50s before. So getting more backlinks with more of those higher quality, it's quality versus quantity, would definitely be great for you. Referring domains, the best way to describe what that is, for example, you provided some services for somebody and they decided to blog about the services you provided them, and they have a link back to your website. That would count as a referring domain. Those can have a lot of power, some more than others. As you can see here with these numbers, you have an 87, and the lowest one, it looks like, is a 0 that you have. The higher the numbers, the more power they have and the more trusted by Google they are. I'd get rid of that 0 and replace it with something like this, and actually get a whole mess more of these that are averaging out to about these numbers, not the 0. But you could get a lot of power with that, and the more power you have, the higher these numbers are going to be. Generally with these, you want as high of a number as possible and at a 1-to-1 ratio with GR and UR. So with contractors and just concrete contractors in general, we want to see them in the 20s, 30s, 40s range. You're at a 3 in UR, DR 0. You have 80 backlinks, 7 referring domains, ranking for only 8 organic keywords, and getting an organic traffic of 0. So if we take a look at your organic keywords, those come into play for that traffic sometimes. It tells us how healthy your traffic is. So you are ranking for a lot of national keywords. So if somebody looked for a national keyword like this, not narrowed down to your area, they might come and pass through your website, but they're not going to convert over as a client likely. So it's really important to narrow it down to the area that you serve. And also not necessarily ranking for your name, but also those service keywords because people don't know the name of your company. They're going to be looking for the service that you offer when they're looking for that. So it's important to get more of those keywords on there. You know, that content and keywords is really hurting you when it comes to that because you're not getting any traffic. So with that said, we're going to take a look at one of your competitors. I chose these guys as they were right here in the Google Map Pack. This is their website. Not super pretty, but they have a lot more content than you do, as you can see. So of course they're going to be ranking higher. This is where they're at. They have 636 backlinks. I can guarantee that not all of those are high quality. They have 134 referring domains. And if we take a look at those, you know, the highest that they have in quality to backlinks is 22. But they still have a whole bunch of them, probably averaging at about at 11. It's enough to get them to that Google Map Pack and be ranking as high as they are. And I'm just clicked on the last page so we can see some of those poor quality ones. They do have some zeros, it looks like. Yeah, so they should be, if you get a lot more of those backlinks, you could definitely try and beat them out. They're in the 20s when it comes to quality wise. They are definitely reachable when it comes to that. Referring domains, they have a lot of low power referring domains, only a few high power ones here and there, and a lot of zeros. You could beat them out that way, even though it looks like they have a bunch. You know, they don't have a lot of, they are referring domains with not a lot of power. And like I was saying, it's quality versus quantity at that point. So it is at least enough to put them right here. But if you added a whole bunch of those referring domains and backlinks, you could easily beat them out and take their spot here. So they are 30, you are DR, they're 4.3, not at a 1-to-1 ratio. You are, they are where they want to need to be, but DR they are not. So they're ranking for 39 keywords and getting an organic traffic of 26. Let's take a look at their organic keywords really fast. So they have a lot of these service keywords. A lot of it is concrete based, but you know, you would want to concrete driveway contractors, Los Angeles, concrete companies in Los Angeles, concrete contractors in Los Angeles. All of these are super great. You could definitely rank for a lot of these. Without that content and without those keywords and without those backlinks and referring domains, you're really limiting yourself as to how much traffic and business you're getting online. Without those keywords, you know, people aren't able to find you as well, and you will, if you don't do anything, you're going to still be sitting here at a zero traffic. So that would be my suggestion to you. I hope this has been helpful for you and informative. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to reach out to my husband or I. We would love to get in touch with you in whatever time fits best for you, and help you out in any way that we can. So with that, you have a great day and God bless.